engagement in mining. And don't forget, up till about 60s, mining still contributed about 4% to the GDP of this country. And then we discovered oil. Since this government came in, there's a renewed interest. But the question is, why haven't we been successful like our neighboring countries, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, or if we go further south, South Africa, Zambia, and the rest? We discovered a couple of things. One is our geological prospectivity with regards to mining. Yes, we have 44 odd minerals, but not all of the 44 odd minerals are in commercial quantity. We're not even sure what the quantity is. Sometimes we don't know the quality. And if you don't focus on geological prospectivity, meaning searching for what you have, you're not going to be able to determine what you want to focus on. That is on. The second issue is the legal and the regulatory environment itself. The licensing of minerals, the management of minerals, the enforcement. It of course goes into the trade and investment area where we're talking about ease of doing business, but it also speaks more to the laws guiding mining. And we have quite a decent law in mining. The Mining and Minerals Act 2007 is not a bad law. In fact, it's one of the very good laws on mining on the continent. But we haven't done a lot in terms of its enforcement. So we have a lot of people engaged in what I might call informal, but really what is illegal mining. And they're taking these minerals out of this country. So we need to do a lot more in terms of enforcement, which is why this government has set up a mine surveillance task team to work on that. But that's the law and other side of it. The other dimension of it is that the bulk of the people involved in illegal mining are artisanal miners. This is something in their backyard. So if you tell them that what they're doing is illegal, they really don't agree with you. So we have to figure out how to bring them into mainstream mining, help them with safer mining practices, also provide them with tools and some access to finance. And again, this is being done, collaborating with the Bank of Industry, Nexim Bank, for example. We are working with them on that. But that's not going to help us bring in the big ticket players into mining, who can spend a lot of money on exploration. In order to get this done, we've been working over the past couple of months with the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority, for example, to raise big ticket funds that can enable exploration. We are spending the least on exploration in our sub-region. Don't even let's go outside of our sub-region. Smaller countries like Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana are spending hundreds of millions of dollars on exploration. Okay, if you don't explore, you won't find. So we need to do that, but much more importantly, we need to ensure that we begin to also focus on made in Nigeria. The bulk of what we do, we take out. Lead, zinc, gold, nickel, a lot of things that Nigeria has, it's been taken out illegally. And what we're saying now is that we need to put a combination of policy as well as practical engagement with industry to ensure that we beneficiate locally and process. And we've seen that with cement. We used to be a net importer of cement in this country. It's the same limestone that is here. Now, we're not only self-sufficient, we're a net exporter. And we can replicate this. That's why we've chosen a few minerals in the roadmap that the minister spoke about earlier to ensure that we improve on local production and local processing, and then help build the industrial base of the country. So without turning this mineral into processed product, we wouldn't be able to achieve what we want to.
What will then be the timeline for us to say
Unfortunately, mining is not one of those quick win sectors that you're looking for. And we have to be really upfront. There's no point pretending that we're going to turn around everything in mining in 18 months. But we can at least do things that shows policy consistency and that can attract funding into the sector and also guarantee ease of doing business with our licensing and regulatory arrangements, with our exploration, because we want to spend money on exploration because we're starting from a very low base. And when we do that, we believe that majors in the industry would also show interest in coming into the sector. But it's a long-term work, but we have to start the journey of 1,000 years with a single step.
So the term of this government will come to an end by the 29th of
No, don't be facetious. That's not what I said.
Wait, Honorable Minister, what I'm trying to say is the term of this government will come to an end. Whether the president gets second term or not, the term this year, this time around, will come to an end 29th of May 2019. Between now and 2019, what specifics, what things would you say Nigerians should expect to see when it comes to mining, solid mineral, and so on? What should we be happy to say? We're going to be very happy because by 2019 we will see ABC. It may not be that we will be mining 30 of the 44 minerals that you mentioned, even if it's only one, that the focus of government is going to be on this specific product, and this is how we're going to add value to it, and this is the result we should expect to see.
Okay, I can give you a few. Before the end of this administration, Nigerians can expect to see us translate our policy with regards to bitumen into actual processing for asphalt in road construction. That's one.
Okay. I do want to shift from solid minerals, even though that is made in Nigeria, and just talk about made in Nigeria overall. And I address this question to the Vice President. One of the main issues for a lot of people is, of course, infrastructure. Unfortunately, the Transportation Minister isn't here, but, you know, when it comes to made in Nigeria and you're making local products, one of the big hindrances has to be transportation, because obviously in a lot of the country, roads are bad. You have constantly interrupted power supplies. If you are using a generator, that can obviously be very expensive. Distribution is also difficult because a lot of people don't have meters. Even the airport, there was a blackout just a few weeks ago at Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Airlines have left the country. Some airlines won't accept Naira anymore. What are you going to do about that?
Okay, let me begin with
I don't think the mic is working. Could someone check his microphone?
Okay, it's working now. Let me begin with rail transportation. We are investing possibly the largest amount of money yet in rail transportation. We're doing the Lagos-Kano standard gauge. We're also doing the Lagos-Calabar standard gauge. We've already provided our counterpart funding. This is coming from the Chinese. The loan is coming from the Chinese. We've already put in our counterpart funding. We expect that before the end of the year, the Lagos-Kano will start. We are concessioning the existing route to General Electric, who are going to revamp that existing route and put on the rolling stock and set up, logistics all down the way. We think it's important to really invest in rail, because one of the reasons why our roads are bad is because we're transporting heavy duty items, we're transporting heavy goods on roads, and they really should be going on rail. And that's why all of these rail projects are actually starting from the ports. They're starting from the ports and going out to the hinterland. So that's a very important part of our policy. You've heard about what's going on in road construction and some of the constraints we're having. We're investing considerably in road construction, as you heard. As a matter of fact, most of capital expenditure is actually going into road construction. But let's just take power.